Let's be honest, being petite and over 60 can feel like an invisible category in fashion. You walk into a store and everything seems too long, too loud, or made for someone 30 years younger. And the worst part? Some outfits don't just feel off, they make you look shorter. But what if I told you that your height isn't the issue, it's how clothes frame it? In this video, we're going to explore 7 powerful style strategies that can help petite women over 60 look taller, more balanced, and effortlessly elegant without uncomfortable heels or dramatic makeovers. These aren't random trends or tricky rules. They're subtle styling techniques based on visual principles and real-life solutions that you can start using today with the clothes you already own. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until style secret number 1. Because it's the one piece that ties all the others together and practically styles itself. Picture this. You're standing in front of your closet, staring at a sea of patterns, prints, and color combos that somehow always make you feel shorter. You try a bold top, then a contrasting pant, and before you know it, your outfit feels choppy even though every piece looked good on its own. Here's the shift. You don't need more pieces, you need more flow. That's where monochrome styling comes in. Wearing one color from head to toe is like giving your outfit a built-in filter. It smooths out visual interruptions and lets the eye travel naturally, creating the illusion of height without adding a single inch to your heels. This isn't a trend, it's a technique. Here's the science. When you break up your outfit with multiple colors, say, a bright top and light pants, you're visually dividing your body into chunks. But when you dress in a single hue, it's like drawing one clean vertical line from your shoulders to your shoes, and that's the magic trick for looking taller and more refined. But not all monochrome is created equal. The key is in the color and fabric choice. Opt for soft neutrals like camel, cream, or dove gray if you love subtle elegance. Prefer bolder energy? Try jewel tones like emerald or deep sapphire. Even a full indigo denim look can be striking if done with intention. But here's where many women go wrong, mixing up patterns or fabrics that fight each other. Monochrome doesn't mean boring, but it does mean unified. Choose materials with a slight difference in texture, not tone. A matte blouse with slightly glossy trousers? Beautiful. A ribbed sweater paired with smooth cotton pants? Elegant. Just steer clear of loud prints, stripes, or harsh color blocks that instantly break the vertical flow. Footwear is your finishing touch. Choose shoes that match your outfit or your skin tone. They'll extend the leg line instead of cutting it off. Avoid stark color contrast at the ankle unless you're purposely making a statement. And don't forget, accessories can still pop. Just keep them intentional. A gold earring, a textured bag, or a tonal belt adds interest without disturbing the silhouette. Ready to give monochrome a try? Start with one outfit tomorrow, maybe soft beige, deep navy, or even classic black. Then watch the compliments roll in. And stay tuned, because up next, we're moving from color to cut width, a neckline trick that elongates without effort. You've probably had this moment. You slip on a blouse that looked lovely on the hanger, but once it's on, your shoulders seem broader, your frame feels boxy, and somehow you look shorter than when you started. The culprit? The wrong neckline. Here's the quiet truth. Necklines have power, and for petite women, especially those over 60, they can either lift your whole look or shrink it. Styles like boat necks and wide scoop necks may feel feminine, but they visually stretch you horizontally. That's fine if you're tall and angular, but for shorter frames, they cut across your shape, broadening your upper body and shortening the appearance of your neck and torso. So what works better? V-necks and asymmetrical necklines. These aren't just stylish, they're strategic. A well-cut V-neck creates a natural vertical line that draws the eye downward, mimicking the shape of a long neckline and a leaner frame. It doesn't just flatter your décolletage, it elongates you, subtly but unmistakably. Asymmetrical necklines do something just as powerful. By breaking the line unevenly across your collarbone, they add visual interest without widening your shape. It's a little unexpected, a little artistic, and a lot flattering. And don't think you need a dramatic plunge to get the benefit. Even a shallow V or angled scoop can do the job. In fact, the best results often come from the most refined shape zones that suggest movement without revealing too much. Want to enhance the effect even more? Try adding a slim pendant necklace that echoes the direction of your neckline. The sparkle draws the eye to the center of your chest and continues that downward visual path. Just avoid chunky chokers or horizontal strands. They stop the eye in its tracks and reverse all your hard work. As for fabrics, aim for lightweight materials that drape gently. Heavy or stiff necklines tend to sit awkwardly, especially on smaller frames. A touch of stretch, a soft cotton blend, or a breathable silk alternative gives the neckline a chance to shape around you, not against you. When pairing with bottoms, keep it fitted and clean. A V-neck blouse tucked into high-rise pants or a pencil skirt is a silhouette that's both elongating and effortlessly polished. Now that you've unlocked the secret of upward balance through necklines, let's bring the focus lower because next, we're about to revisit one of the most flattering pant styles ever designed for petites. You pull on your jeans, glance in the mirror, and something feels off. The proportions just don't flatter. Your legs look shorter, your hips look wider, and it's like your outfit is working against you. Sound familiar? Let's go back in time, but smarter. Flared pants, once a 1970s staple, are making a quiet comeback. And if you're petite and over 60, that's a good thing, because this style might just be your best-kept secret. Unlike straight or skinny cuts that can visually chop the body, flared pants do something clever. They balance your frame by drawing the eye downward in a continuous line. The secret lies in contrast. When the upper leg is fitted and smooth, and the pant gently flares out below the knee, it tricks the eye into seeing a longer, leaner silhouette. It's not just fashion, it's optical design. Here's the visual math. The narrow thigh holds your shape in place, while the flare adds movement and softens the lower half. This balance elongates your legs and adds fluidity to your walk. No stiffness. No heaviness. Just a clean, effortless flow from hip to heel. But not all flares are created equal. For petite frames, go for a gentle flare, not a dramatic bell-bottom. Too wide and it overwhelms your height. Too narrow and you miss the point. You want a shape that glides, not screams. Fit is everything. Make sure the waistband sits comfortably high around your natural waist, not down on the hips. This gives you an instant boost in perceived height. Also, check the hem. Your flared pants should skim the top of your shoes, not drag on the ground, and definitely not float above your ankles. That extra half-inch makes or breaks the illusion. Fabric matters too. Lighter, drapey materials like stretch crepe, ponte knit, or soft denim hold their shape without adding bulk. Avoid anything stiff or overly stiff. No one wants pants that move like cardboard. Now, for styling, pair your flared pants with something fitted on top. A tucked-in V-neck blouse or a crop jacket works beautifully. Add a low block heel, preferably in the same color as your pants or your skin tonito. Maintain that long vertical line, and skip chunky belts or oversized tops. They'll only interrupt the silhouette you just created. Feeling inspired? Good, because now that we've found the perfect pant shape to redefine your lower half, it's time to move upward and take a closer look at the real power of a well-placed waistline. You've probably done this before, slipped into a pair of pants or a skirt that technically fits, but somehow makes you feel boxy, shapeless, and shorter than you are. You adjust, you tug, but nothing helps. The problem isn't your shape, it's where the garment sits on your body. Let's clear this up right now. Your waist is your best asset. And when you learn to dress in a way that highlights it rather than hides it, you unlock a silhouette that feels longer, leaner, and so much more put together. That's why high-rise bottoms are non-negotiable for petite women. When pants or skirts sit higher just below the ribcage, not on the hips, they visually raise the starting point of your legs. The result? You appear taller, more balanced, and instantly more polished. It's all about reframing your body's proportions. Most of us were taught to wear low or mid-rise styles that sit on the widest part of our hips. But those styles often shorten the appearance of the leg and flatten your shape. High-rise bottoms, on the other hand, cut in at your narrowest point, creating a natural hourglass outline and giving your legs a serious boost. Now, here's where many women get tripped up: fit. High-rise doesn't mean tight. You want a waistband that hugs, not squeezes. Look for structured but slightly stretchy fabrics that hold their shape without digging in. Avoid excessive pleats, bulky pockets, or belts that add volume right where you want clean lines. Pairing is key. Tuck in a blouse or knit top to show off that defined waistline. It doesn't have to be skin tight, just neat enough to contrast the waist against the flowing pant or skirt. Bonus points if the top has a vertical element like buttons or a subtle stripe to elongate the torso even more. Colors matter too. Dark bottoms like black, navy, or deep chocolate create a streamlined base. If you're feeling bold, go for a tonal look. A similar shade on top and bottom adds length without breaking up your frame. Footwear? Keep it simple and in sync. A low heel or pointed flat in the same tone as your pants will continue that long, unbroken visual line. Steer clear of high-contrast shoes that draw attention downward. Once you start dressing for your waist, your whole body reads differently, more intentional, more elegant, more confident. And that brings us to the next style solution, one that takes all of these visual tricks and wraps them into a single, effortless piece. We've all had those mornings staring into the closet, overwhelmed by trying to match tops to bottoms, only to settle on something that feels just okay. Now imagine slipping into one piece that flatters your entire frame, makes you look taller, and takes less than 30 seconds to style. That's the quiet genius of the jumpsuit. Forget what you've heard. Jumpsuits aren't just for the young or the runway. In fact, when chosen wisely, they're one of the most flattering silhouettes for petite women over 60. Why? Because they create an unbroken vertical line, from shoulder to hem, that instantly elongates the body. There's no visual clutter, no chopped up color blocking, no waistline confusions, just smooth, elegant continuity. But here's the key: not all jumpsuits are created equal. To work their magic, they need the right structure. That means a tailored shape that cinches slightly at the waist, either through elastic, a subtle tie, or a defined seam. This prevents the dreaded potato sack effect and instead gives your body gentle, flattering definition. Sleeves or straps also matter. A sleeveless jumpsuit that shows just a hint of collarbone or a short sleeve style with a soft neckline helps open up your upper body, balancing your frame and preventing that all-one-block look. And let's talk fabric. Skip anything clingy or overly flowy. What you want is a mid-weight material with gentle drape and light structure, something like ponte knit, crepe, or a soft woven blend. It should move with you, not melt into your shape or hang stiffly. Color choice? Keep it solid. A deep olive, navy, soft charcoal, or even a dusty rose can look stunning. Avoid loud patterns or wild prints. They interrupt the clean line and can actually make you look shorter. The beauty of a monochromatic jumpsuit is that it keeps the eye moving in one continuous direction, down. As for styling, minimalism wins. A pair of low heels or sleek loafers in the same color family extends the leg line even further. Add a slim belt, if the design allows, to accentuate your waist, and choose simple earrings or a bracelet to finish. No need for anything dramatic. The silhouette does the work for you. A great jumpsuit is effortless sophistication. You throw it on and suddenly look put together, taller, and confident, no layering required. And the best part? It transitions beautifully from day to night with just a shoe swap or a scarf. Now that we've simplified style into one elegant move, it's time to zoom in on a timeless piece that brings just as much power in half the size. You're getting ready for dinner or a casual outing, and after trying on 3 pairs of pants, you still feel off, like nothing is quite landing right. You want something that hugs in the right places, flatters your shape, and makes you feel graceful without shouting for attention. That's when you reach for a classic, the pencil skirt. Forget stiff, corporate versions that belong in boardrooms. Today's pencil skirt is softer, sleeker, and far more forgiving, and for petite women over 60, it's one of the most reliable pieces in the wardrobe. Why? Because it does two things brilliantly. It defines your waist and gives your legs center stage. The secret lies in its silhouette. A pencil skirt hugs the waist and skims the hips in a way that's controlled but never clingy. Unlike A-line or flared skirts, it doesn't widen your lower half. Instead, it draws the eye downward in one clean vertical motion. That means you look longer, leaner, and more refined without needing heels or heavy layering. And when it comes to length, there's a sweet spot. Aim for just below the knee or mid-calf. Too short, and it breaks the line prematurely. Too long, and you risk looking like you're sinking into your outfit. That in-between length, that's where the magic happens. It's long enough to feel elegant, but short enough to let your legs shine. Color plays a role too. Go for deep, rich neutrals like black, charcoal, navy, or even olive. These shades act as a visual anchor, slimming the lower half while pairing effortlessly with almost anything on top. Want to make it even more elongating? Choose a skirt without front pockets or visible seams. They interrupt the flow. The fit at the waist is non-negotiable. Choose a skirt that sits high around your natural waist, not the hips. This lifts your proportions and gives you a taller profile. Some stretch in the fabric helps too, allowing movement while keeping shape. For pairing, you can't go wrong with a soft V-neck blouse tucked in. The V-neck draws attention upward, while the tucked-in shape reinforces that beautiful waistline. Shoes should either match the skirt or your skin tone. Think nude pumps or simple flats in the same color family. That continuous tone from hip to toe, it visually extends the leg line without effort. Add minimal jewelry, a structured handbag, and you're done. Quiet sophistication that speaks volumes. And now, we move from polished separates to the ultimate single-piece wardrobe hero. A dress so flattering, it practically styles itself. You're standing in front of your closet, running late, and craving something that makes you feel elegant without having to think about it. Pants feel too structured, a skirt needs matching. But there's one piece that never lets you down: the belted shirt dress. At first glance, it might look simple, but don't let that fool you. This is one of those rare items that combines structure, movement, and flattery in one seamless silhouette. And for petite women, especially over 60, it works on every level. Let's break it down. The button-down front is more than just a functional detail, creates a strong vertical line that guides the eye from your neckline to your knees. That's visual elongation 101. It subtly tells the viewer's brain, tall, lean, elegant. But the real star? That waist tie. Whether it's built in or added with a belt, the cinch hits exactly where you want at your natural waist. That's the narrowest part of your torso, and defining it reshapes your entire figure. Suddenly, your proportions are elevated, your shape is outlined, and you feel like you again refined, not restricted. And unlike wrap dresses that can sometimes shift or gap, the shirt dress stays anchored while still allowing you to move freely. The right one feels like confidence with buttons. Here's what to watch out for: fabric and length. Go for materials that have just enough structure to hold shape, but not so stiff that they feel boxy. Think lightweight cotton blends, viscose or soft poplin. Avoid clingy knits or overly silky materials that don't support the silhouette. As for length, aim for just at or slightly below the knee. Too short can feel unfinished. Too long can drag your proportions down. That middle length? It's universally flattering, especially with a slight A-line skirt that moves as you walk. Styling couldn't be easier. Add low-block heels or sleek loafers in a shade close to your skin tone to keep that uninterrupted vertical effect going. Earrings? Keep them minimal. You want them to catch light without stealing the focus. A classic watch or leather tote adds polish without overthinking. The best part? This dress works from brunch to errands to dinner out. No costume changes, no waistbands to adjust, no layers to fuss over. It's style on autopilot but with intention. So here's the truth. Looking taller or more polished after 60 isn't about changing who you are. It's about dressing in a way that supports who you've always been. Whether it's choosing a neckline that lifts your frame, a pant that redefines your legs, or a dress that does all the work for you, each small shift adds up to a powerful result. It's not about appearing younger, it's about feeling more you. Which of these tips are you most excited to try? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what resonates with you. And if this video sparked even one aha moment, consider subscribing to Golden Elder Days, because aging with style isn't a trend, it's a choice, and you're more than worth it. You don't need to be tall to stand out. You just need to show up with intention, grace, and a style that finally fits.